Do you know your frontline workers well? That's the question that a recent report has posed, and I think organizations have to take it very seriously. In our previous episodes, we have explored how there is a huge disconnect between customer expectations and business priorities. And this problem seems to be plaguing not just customers but also frontline workers. A recent report called the Frontline Gap survey, which was conducted among 7,500 frontline workers across sectors, has presented a few very bleak findings. So I'll present a few of them. 49% of them say that their role is a lot more impactful than those on desk jobs, but they don't receive the kind of recognition that they deserve. A whopping 81% of them aren't even sure that the company culture applies to them, and 46% of them don't even know who the company's CEO is. And the most worrisome finding, 54% of them are ready to move to a different organization with the same pay but better career growth. And this problem becomes a bit more multidimensional when you look at another recent report which says that frontline workers are the most difficult to find, train, and retain. And that report states that three quarters of them feel burnt out, and 51% of them feel more like a number than a person. At Simplified CX, we have time and time again said that employee experience has a direct bearing on customer experience, which means happy employees lead to happy customers. And these findings drive home that point a bit more strongly.
Vinay, I think we can all agree that frontline workers are like the backbone of the service industry. And while we are discussing about two different reports here, it indicates one clear signal, and that is the frontline workers' expectation today has completely changed than what it was like 5-10 years ago. But the organizations catering and employing these frontline workers have not changed. So I see that this is like not a workers' problem per se, but this is more of a system and a design problem here. Because the first report kind of highlights that the frontline workers feel disengaged. It's not the workers who are disengaged, it's the system that is like failing to engage them. And the second that says businesses and organization are finding it very hard to find, train, and retain. So when we fix the engagement problem and make more frontline workers feel recognized, fix the communication aspect of it, incentivize them better, I think automatically I'm pretty sure organizations and businesses will be able to retain frontline workers more. So I think this is more of an organizational problem that the industry should definitely address today.
Yeah, in short, it's not just customer expectations that keep evolving every now and then, it's also employee expectations.
Now, for the second story, we are in the holiday season, and there's one sphere of businesses and organizations who are always geared to tackle this season, and that's the retail and e-commerce space. So now we have Target coming up with like really innovative and cool features. And what I really love about this is that they're trying to blend the online shopping experience with their retail store experience. One key innovation that they have included is that a conversational AI. All you have to do is tell the AI like what your loved one might like in terms of like gifting, and it will come with like a list of gift items that you can purchase off of Target, making it very easy and convenient for you without you having to break your heads in this the holiday season. And they have few other features like a smart listing scanner. So basically, you can take a handwritten note, maybe from your loved one, or even your handwritten note of a list that you would like to shop. And all you need to do is just scan it and automatically adds the product to your cart and your basket. So making it very convenient for the shoppers to shop. They also have a really fun mode, like when you go to the app and switch to store mode, they have something called like a Pokemon Go experience going on. So you have Bullseye, Target's mascot. You can go find them, and if you do find them, you'll be able to collect virtual stickers. So this also incentivizes the shoppers and makes the shopping experience, which is slightly stressful during the holiday season, more convenient. And the chief experience officer of Target actually noted that while people in store use the app, we are able to see 50% jump by basket size. So we can definitely say adding these innovative features will help with your engagement and discovery. So it's always very interesting and nice to see these retailers and e-commerce businesses making shopping season more convenient for shoppers.
The most important highlight I see here is that over the past few months, we have seen how organizations dive deep into AI without putting in a lot of thought. But here, Target seems to have taken just one problem statement and handled it really well. So I just hope it makes the experience better for their customers. And that brings us to the last story of the day. Is there something called too much personalization? Turns out there is. A recent CSG report states that while customers appreciate receiving personalized communication, they get overwhelmed when they receive a deluge of messages from multiple brands across multiple channels. So, as a result, what happens is they end up ignoring or even deleting even important messages pertaining to bills and fraud alerts. The report also states that one third of customers even have stopped buying from brands just because they received a lot of messages and they got overwhelmed by it. So what I'm going to say now is, it may sound like some spiritual mumbo jumbo, but it applies here too. Anything in moderation.
I agree. I think today's consumer, including myself, we value privacy a lot. Not that we hate personalization. Actually, we welcome it. The businesses and organization we associate with, we want them to know enough for them about us to not bother us every now and then with certain information and all of that. But at the same time, we want them to know us enough to not send us like 10 messages back to back. Just because we have our name on it on the message doesn't not make it a spam. So I want organization and businesses to be thoughtful while engaging in conversations with consumers today.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That brings us to the ad pick of the week. And today we're going to talk about a very interesting ad campaign called the Punishing Signal. Now, this ad campaign was started by the Mumbai Traffic Police. They noted a problem that was plaguing the Mumbai city, which was the noise pollution arriving from the honking from the traffic signals, contributing to 70% of it. So, to tackle that, they decided to do something very innovative. So, if the noise level exceeds a certain limit, the public have to wait 90 more seconds in the traffic. And this kind of prompted the public to not honk. This entire campaign gained a lot of public attention and media buzz, and this kind of goes to demonstrate something. When an idea is very smart and innovative and solves a culturally relevant problem, we don't have to spend a lot on media budget. It will attract a global audience and yield that result.
That ends this episode of the Weekly CX Catch Up, where we deliver late news with the latest insights. Until next time.